my journey if you care for the truth. I am a truth seeker, ex-Shia, and ex-Muslim. Thank you so much.
Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia. Now on my case, also human welfare and well-being, helping people, humans in humanity. Okay, my case yesterday, I was going through Jerry Marzinski's videos, right? His channel's name is, and what happened to me, I cannot tell you. He has, although he says all this is a crime, right? The psychiatrists, they don't know, and they've done such injustice to our mental health, about our mental health, on our mental health, right? Giving psychotropic or psychotic drugs and all this when they don't know a thing, claiming to know and giving, and it's chemical and this and that, and yet he's taken help from the Muslims, some, and like, so I went in a deep guilt again, right? It was terrible. Sorry, no copyright infringement intended. Just trying to, like this on screencasting, it's on, so I have to get to the one video I saw. I saw many videos, like going through it, like which one should I see first? They're like 3 hours with the Muslim. Some of them are for like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. So where is it? If I was in so much pain, feeling the guilt and all this, bad Muslim, bad Shia Muslim. Maybe I didn't try. That's why, in the so they've opened the Quran also, telling you, and in the Quran there's an ayat that I will show you. Withdrawing whispers from the jinn. Jerry Marzinski, Engineering Mental Sanity dash Jerry Marzinski's channel, on his channel, Engineering YouTube channel, right? Do you see this? Or if you can't, I'll read it out. Engineering Mental Sanity dash Jerry Marzinski. Now he used Muslims here in the Quran, and the Muslims are helping him here, right? So, because he says the Christians, and I also came across a Christian who told me, like, what, come off this, right? This black magic, or, or that the demons have possessed you, or they're attacking you. Like the Catholic saints were attacked. Who was he who was being knocked down? Which saint was it? I've forgotten his name. I've read about him online. One of the Catholic saints used to be knocked down by Satan. And there was a case of black magic on nuns, a very old case. So here, Jerry Marzinski, please bear with me. I may not be able to talk properly because it's very painful, the struggle I've been through and have been going through, right? To even talk. So, I don't know, fighting for my case here. So people might say, Muslims might say, or Torah, I'll talk in Urdu also, because she's done some sin, she didn't do hijab properly, my Shias, कि उसको कानून लग गया. Like, तो एक शायद, I didn't go through the whole, whatever I went through, it's a 3-hour video, right? Jerry Marzinski with the Muslims, 3-hour video. फिर मुझे वो होने लगा लेबरेंथ. आई वेंट इन अ डीप, मैंने अपने आप को बहुत हर्ट किया. और वैसे भी जिन हैं यहाँ मुझे हर्ट करने के लिए, जादू है मेरे ऊपर. सो और वैसे भी मुसलमान तो हमें चाहे मारना, इनके तो रिलीजन में है कि सो सिंस और द मुस्लिम्स, in Islam there's death penalty, so the Muslims can lynch and जो भी करो उधर. तो मैंने नाइफ ले ली थी. अच्छा, आप मुझे काटना चाह रहे हैं, काट के ऐसा पागल हो गई थी मैं मज़ीद ज़्यादा. और द नाइफ इधर रखा, वो नहीं, सीजर्स. नहीं, मैं मुसलमान नहीं होंगी. नहीं मैं अच्छी मुसलमान नहीं, आई ट्राइड माई बेस्ट, राइट. तो ऐसा कि वो some Christians, yes, Jerry Mersinski has said this, I agree with him, that some Christians say, what is this now, black magic, leave it behind and all this, right. बल्कि एक मुसलमान फ्रेंड ने भी कहा था जो एंटी शिया बहुत है, मुझे बता रही थी अगेंस्ट माय रिलीजन. शी टोल्ड मी अबाउट माय रिलीजन, यंगर टू मी 3 years, राइट. तो हाउ रॉन्ग इट इज़. तो इनडायरेक्टली आती थी जब घर पे. तो ये तो मुझे उस मुसलमान ने कहा, नाउ लीव इट, क्या शैतान शैतान, वेल शैतान शैतान, लीव इट. एंड मुस्लिम्स ऑल्सो सेइंग लीव इट, शैतान शैतान. सिर्फ क्रिश्चियंस नहीं, सम क्रिश्चियंस. सो दे सम क्रिश्चियंस डोंट अंडरस्टैंड ब्लैक मैजिक. वो कहते हैं कि ये इन जीसस क्राइस्ट को जो बिलीव करता है, फिर वो उसको रिडीम करता है, राइट. रिडीम करता है, रिडीम्स दैम. अभी ये हुआ और फिर ना मैं अपने आप को फिर से वो स्टेट में चली गई, बहुत नेगेटिव स्टेट में. जितना भी चार प्रिंसिपल उस नेगेटिव स्टेट में चली गई. तो हमारे शिया में तो ये है कि हिजाब करो, बी अ गुड मुस्लिम, गुड शिया, अ गुड मुस्लिम बिलीवर हिजाब करता है. तो जिस हिजाब नहीं किया है, तो एक तरफ से लाइक हमारे मुसलमान स्लीवलेस, राइट. और ये वो, तो उनको कोई कानून वारून नहीं चिपका. Recently I found out, thank God I found, but those who Karun sticks to them. Allah appoints those who sin or something, who are criminals, disbelievers. Kareen, sorry, Kareen, why am I saying Karun? So please bear with me, it's very painful. Those who sin, Kareen, Allah appoints Kareen, Quran ayat dekho. Yeah, those disbelievers हैं, not sin. Believers जितना भी sin करेंगे, माफ़ी मांगेंगे, माफ़ी मिल जाएगा. हाँ, सूरह क़ाफ 27, the devil is appointed. तो मेरे केस को अब जेरी, मैं समझी डॉक्टर जेरी मर्जिंस्की is really helping out, saying that psychotic drugs don't help. It's terrible. It's this industry, pharmaceutical, this whole industry of psychiatrists, therapists, it's terrible. It's from Shaitan, the devil. Also from Christianity. So although Jesus Christ and the priests, they exercise very well, even where Shia or Sunnis, I was searching for someone who would exercise me, तो कोई मिल नहीं रहा था. शियाज में भी नहीं मिल रहा था. लेकिन फिर हम लोगों ने मौलाना हाफिज़ तसद्दुक़ को थ्रू माय फ्रेंड मरियम, लाहौर पंजाब में था, उनको फ़ोन किया और पूछा. My father was there with me when I called him. He said he gave me ayats to recite on my own, like. और अगर कोई कर सकता है, my mother wasn't well, and कोई क्या करेगा. I didn't want to trouble anyone, and it's like 100 and something times Salamun Qalam Rabbi Rahim, and 4 calls many times, 6, I don't know how many, 12 times, and then Ayatul Kursi 12 times. So my father didn't do it for me, and I had to do it all the time on myself. And it wasn't working. But I gave it to another Muslim, and it worked for her about something, but not exorcism. It wasn't on exorcism. So Surah Qaf ayat में भी है, और दूसरे कितने आयतों में है. Does every person have a qareen from the jinn? Yes, there is something which is called the qareen, which Allah has caused to accompany every human being. फिर वो टर्न डेवल हो जाता है. क्या होता है देखें, ये islamqa.info है, और एक कारीन विकिपीडिया घोस्टली नेचर है. हाँ, कितनी I just want to look for the ayat here. Mentioned. Even Satan mentioned in Surah 43 ayat 36 refers to human tempter, not a spiritual entity. Hadith bhi hai. Surah Zukhruf ayat hai. Allah appoints for him Satan to be a qareen to him. Mentioning, we appoint for him. Either Surah Zukhruf pe main. So instead of going to Surah Qaf ayat, I'll go to Surah Zukhruf ayat. But before this, right, Surah Zukhruf ayat, कौन सी आयत नंबर क्या है? Okay, I'll just search it up. Thank you. Wikipedia नंबर नहीं है, क्या सूरह ज़ुख़रुफ़ आयत है. तो इट्स मेरा रीइंकार्नेशन का भी केस है. तो मुसलमान नहीं एक्सेप्ट करते, समझते हैं ये शैतान से है. एंड इवन योर सोल यू कैन नॉट ट्रस्ट, बिकॉज हज़रत मूसा के टाइम पे समीरी trusted in the soul of his, and his soul inclined. Or Hazrat Yusuf also says, my soul inclined to evil. My soul is inclined to evil, but if God didn't have mercy on me. तो हज़रत यूसुफ जैसा भी कह रहा है कि मैंने I tried my best to be a good Shia in year 2000. हिजाब स्टार्ट किया बाद में in which year, 2-3 year 2003-4 पता नहीं, I can't remember now. और मैंने अपने cassettes और songs भी पूरा I packed them up and some I threw. Original, how much so expensive for us. There were original albums, not only like the recorded ones from the shops of Karachi, cassette shops, and music shops. So Surah Zukhruf की आयत देखिए, ये कौन सी आयत है? तो मुझे ना, I started to blame myself yesterday. I was in lots of pain. I went in a labyrinth of what hell. I couldn't get up. I haven't had proper food since then. बस वो जो snacks I've eaten. And whoever turns away from the remembrance of the most beneficent, even not as a sinner, but this is we appoint for him shaitan to be a qareen to him. Surah Zukhruf ayat 36 है Surah Zukhruf की, right? तो ये कहाँ से है? ये I have to wear ये I or L stronger glasses. Can't. अरे क्या हो गया मेरी आँखों को? तो ना जो मेरा काम इधर ium.edu.my. Sorry, it's very painful to talk, but I've come here. Later on, maybe the work will start outside, or what? I just came here, and मुझे अपना breakfast tea भी I haven't finished. Live stream start किया Facebook पे, then I'm here. I started live stream on Facebook. Please, तो मैं ना एक पूरे उसमें गई जब तक मुझे हेल्प आया कि देखो, God didn't want you to leave Mrs. Munira Gulzar, and she wanted you, because I've tested it. Because you see, I didn't want anyone who doesn't want you. मुझे किसी का हक, I don't want to take someone's hak away, like be an adulteress, or even just take someone else's. तो जो भी अगर मैंने कुछ गुनाह किए जो, लेकिन दूसरों को तो हर्ट नहीं किया ना. कहते हैं कि बैठ के अगर खुद, अच्छा ठीक है, यूर बचपन से या किस यू आर एडिक्टेड टू अल्कोहल, यू बिकम एन अल्कोहलिक, तो अच्छा है अगर तुम लीव नहीं कर सकते हो, सेंट के पास भी गए हो, they say sit with the saint, be in company with the saint or someone pious, a pious Muslim. If you don't believe, some Muslims don't even believe in their own saints, like Shehbaz Qalandar. They think it's a shirk, it's a crime, unforgivable shirk, sin. तो ये मुसीबत है ना. तो चलो अपने गॉडली पीपल, अपने रिलीजियस स्कॉलर्स के साथ बैठो और फिर ना कि शराब छोड़ो. लेकिन अगर आप नहीं छोड़ सकते हैं, you've tried your best, और आप घर पे पी रहे हैं, राइट? किसी को आप तंग नहीं कर रहे हैं, किसी को आप ऑफ़र नहीं कर रहे हैं, जो फ्रेंड्स आते हैं उनको आप नहीं ऑफ़र कर रहे हैं, डिस्करेज कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आप स्टॉप नहीं कर सकते। कोशिश बहुत की, तो इसमें आपका क्या कसूर है, राइट? और फिर मुसलमान तो वैसे भी अभी एक्स मुस्लिम अपोस्टेट्स और के पीछे पड़े हुए हैं, और मारो और इन्वेजन्स करो और कॉन्क्वेस्ट करो, जो दिखा लाइक जगह कुछ मुसलमान तो ऐसे हैं जो कुरान की आयतें हैं उस पे तो अच्छी भी हैं और बुरी भी हैं, कॉन्क्वेस्ट एनी हाउ। तो अभी it's a complicated case of mine, and sorry it's hurting me. I don't know, like the whole yesterday it hurt, so I didn't come live stream, but today I've come. Not that I remember, did I come live stream yesterday? In the night, evening, daytime, later on I didn't, maybe early morning. I've done a live stream yesterday, I haven't checked, sorry now. Just this, yeah? So please bear with me if you can. तो we appoint for him a devil and he is to him a companion. एक तो और भी दिखाया जो इन्होंने कि सूर्य नास की आयत है विस्परिंग, या सूर्य फलक है, सूर्य नास है, हाँ, और सूर्य फलक है, राइट? वो दिखाया, स्पेशली सूर्य नास, जेरी मर्सिन्स्की। अब ये देखें, ये बड़ा डेंजरस चीज़ किया जेरी मर्जिन्स्की, हैज़ डन अ वेरी डेंजरस थिंग। अब देखो, वो साइकियाट्रिस्ट और उसका तो आई एग्री विथ हिम टोटली, बट अबाउट schizophrenia, but with the Muslims doing this, very dangerous, very extremely dangerous misguidance, extreme misguidance, कि वो फिर जो ठीक नहीं है ना, जो जिसको जिन सता रहे हैं, ये वो whoever the jinns are harassing or made schizophrenics, एक्चुअली ये मुसलमान ने नहीं कहा, जो शिया तो बिलीव ही नहीं करते कि प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद वाज लाइट फॉर देम, राइट, इन ह्यूमन फॉर्म नाउ बट लाइट। लेकिन इस्लामिक उसमें है कि हिस्ट्री में है कि प्रॉफिट के ऊपर भी जादू हुआ था, नाउज़ुबिल्लाह, लाइक माय फादर वुड से, राइट? तो मैंने अपने फादर को कहा कि शायद लाइक इसलिए डैडी, इफ़ यू शियाज डोंट बिलीव इन दिस, बट मे बी लाइक इवन इफ अ गुड पर्सन, अ ट्रू मुस्लिम, उन पे जादू हो सकता है, तो आप उन्हें पुट डाउन नहीं करें कि वो ज़रूर उन्होंने कुछ हिपोक्रेसी होगी या सिन किया या समथिंग, दैट्स वाई। तो शायद इसलिए रसूलुल्लाह दिखा रहा था कि यानी अपने आप को लाइक अच्छे इंसान पे भी आ सकता है, बिलीवर पे ये चीज़ हो सकती है, और जादू भी है, तो सेपरेटिंग अ हस्बैंड फ्रॉम अ वाइफ ये भी है। और मुझे जो कुरान मेरे पास था एक दफ़ा, मैंने कि ये ज़रूरी है कि अगर जादू आपको किसी से हेल्प, मुसलमान से हेल्प, इसमें एक्सपर्ट्स होने चाहिए और हेल्प लेना चाहिए, ज़रूरी है। मे बी मैंने कमेंट्री में या ब्रैकेट्स में पढ़ा था, आई रेड इट, इट इज़ एब्सोल्युटली नेसेसरी एंड ऑब्लिगेशन, बिकॉज ये सेपरेट करते हैं हस्बैंड और वाइफ, और जादू है, और इस पे बिलीव करो, जादू पे और शैतान पे भी बिलीव करो, लाइक यू हैव टू बिलीव इन शैतान एंड यू हैव टू बी अवेयर ऑफ इट, टेक शैतान एज योर ओपन एनिमी। और हमारे इमामों ने तो कहा है कि शैतान की मारिफत करो, do shaitan's marifat, meaning know shaitan fully, so you can protect an ayatul kursi and use these ayats to protect yourself and keep away from sin and be good. But Rasulullah पे जो जादू हुआ था, फिर वो क्या था? Rasulullah was a sinner. According to Sunni Muslims, non-Shia, Rasulullah पे जादू हुआ था, they take that Islamic source. एक जू ने जादू किया था, फिर ये आयत आए थे, सूरह नास, सूरह फलक, और इमाम अली ने हेल्प किया था, आई थिंक मार्टिन लिंग, द अर्लियर सोर्सेज, या हैकाल, मोहम्मद हैकाल, पता नहीं कौन से बुक में मैंने पढ़ा था इनके बारे में. सुन्नी इस्लामिक सोर्स हिस्ट्री. रसूलुल्लाह पे जादू हुआ था, तो रसूलुल्लाह ख़राब थे, नाउज़ुबिल्लाह, राइट, आपके हुजूर सिनर थे. तो ये ऐसे ना आप ऑर्डिनरी पीपल को भी, जैसे कोई घर में स्मोकिंग कर रहा है या कोई ऐसा, या ऑफ कोर्स वो ओपन हो जाता है. लेकिन इन्होंने कहा, दे सेड जेरी मर्सिंस्की एंड द मुस्लिम्स विद हिम सेड दैट वो बचपन में, अच्छा अगर बच्चा असॉल्ट होता है तो उस बच्चे पे आ जाता है, उस असॉल्टर तो छोड़ दें, राइट. वो बच्चा ओपन टू डेवल्स अटैक्स एंड ऑल दिस. बेचारा बच्चा, मासूम बच्चा या ऑप्रेस्ड बच्चे पे आ जाता है, ट्रॉमा आ जाता है, ये आ जाता है. अच्छा, व्हाट वाज आई सर्चिंग? हाँ, सूर्य बकरा में है 228 and 232 detailing the waiting period. What? Separate? No, जादू. वो क्या है? Harut and God. Sorry, yeah, it's right. Harut and Marut story mentions the teachings of magic, separation, necessarily marriage separation also. Not necessarily marriage separation, but anyways, where is that ayat there? कि ये लोग separate, ये भी आयत है, but to seek help, it is absolutely obligatory. If you fear that, और नज़र आता है कि वाइफ और हस्बैंड सेपरेट हुए, टू टेक हेल्प. जादू होता है, नबियों पे हुआ था. शैतान ने तंग किया था किस नबी को? हाँ, और प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद पे तो जादू, नबियों पे यानी शैतान तंग कर रहा था. हज़रत जॉब या अयूब. सूरह 2 आयत 1 और 2 है. अच्छा, और मैं किस टॉपिक पे अभी, उससे पहले also, sorry, I'm disorderly also, please bear with me if you can. And this for my case, I keep it for my record. तो ये चीज़ भी गलत है. देखो, फेसबुक पे मेरा है सेव द वर्ल्ड मीनिंग सेव ह्यूमन बींग्स. तो जो जेरी मर्जिंस्की ने, और मुझे इधर हैश टैग करना चाहिए था जेरी मर्जिंस्की, राइट. लेकिन देखो, मैं इफ़ आई चेंज इट लेटर, हैश टैग करूँगी जेरी मर्जिंस्की हैश टैग. I can't talk in English when I want to talk in English because it's on what. तो फिर ना मैं बहुत ऐसा लगा कि वो जो जिन है ना, वो तो मुझे और भी अजियत दे रहे हैं, राइट. इतना पेन, इतना पुल था, ऐसी एनर्जी आ गई थी वापस. वो तो रहती है लेकिन थोड़ा कम रहता है. Of course I can't get out of bed most often. I'm mostly bedridden due to the pain. So, but इस टाइम थोड़ा ज़्यादा था. Oh God. फिर so Jerry Marzinsky doesn't know fully Islam, right? And the पता नहीं क्या क्या है. So देखिए, प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद पे भी जादू हुआ था, लेकिन शिया बिलीव नहीं करते. तो मैंने अपने फादर को कहा, आई टोल्ड माय फादर कि शायद वो दिखाना चाहता है कि ज़रूरी नहीं है. हाँ, बच्चों को जो असॉल्ट करते हैं, सेक्सुअल बच्चों को, वो ओपन होते हैं, वो उनको ओपन कर देते हैं टू फॉर दिस डेवल अटैक्स एंड ऑल दिस. अच्छा, मुझे किसी हिंदू फ्रेंड ने लंदन में बोला था, तो मैं जब सोचने, और मुझे किसी योगी ने भी कहा था कि डोंट थिंक नेगेटिविटी इज़, फिर वो नेगेटिव होता है. तो मुझे, हाँ, सो द योगी सेड इन कराची टू मी, a Muslim yogi, who's a Muslim, right? He told me, beware, don't think negative, right? Because what happens is, your negative thoughts come true. वो जो अच्छा सोचते हैं वो नहीं होता है. But anyways, he didn't say it like this, but I went for a session, therapy session to him. Dr. Moyes है अभी वो कहते हैं. So, don't do this. Okay, I shouldn't be first this. So, don't think negative. फिर मुझे पता चला लंदन में कि don't, if you're depressed and then फिर of course अभी तो बहुत है. तो ये you're open to sad. तो मैंने कहा हम तो इमाम हुसैन के लिए जो ग्रीव और सब इमाम्स हमारे तो 12 बेचारा द 11 इमाम्स वी ग्रीव डिप्रेशन है लाइफ में कितना है और एक इमाम वो ऑकल्ट में है बिकॉज वो सेफ नहीं है इस वर्ल्ड में वर्ल्डली पीपल वुड बी आफ्टर हिम वांटिंग टू टेक हिज लाइफ so please bear with me sorry give me a so ये क्या है कि तो मुझे प्रोफेसर मोइस he was professor Moyes sorry at that time I'm stuck on this sorry I apologize if I don't call him Dr. Moyes तो I was like oh God now don't think negative लेकिन thoughts को तो हम control नहीं कर सकते अभी तो पता चला है ना तो कैसे हम नाउज़ुबिल्ला मिन शैतान लाइन like how can we control the thoughts and some say these are not even our thoughts तो मैं बड़ी डरी हुई I became scared of negativity अब you should be scared fear is फिर पाउलो कोएल्हो का कि fear is फिर जिडू कृष्णामूर्ति later on तो इस पे भी and then if your life में इतनी चीज़ें don't be अगर अभी ये trauma किसी और को एक्सीडेंट हुआ trauma मेरी कज़न उसमें हम trauma में हम शॉक नहीं हों हम ग्रीव नहीं करें कभी मेरी ग्रैंड आंट कैंसर कभी आंटीज़ भी चली गई कैंसर ग्रीव नहीं करें So, because you open yourself to all these negative entities. तो इसमें भी डराया हुआ है लोगों ने. Oh God, goodness. Like we have to keep ourselves happy, तो sorry तो sorry और अभी शीनू जेड उनसे भी वो चैनल है क्या नाम है सॉरी शीनू आई लाइक योर आई एग्री विद शीनू जेड है ये भी वही कह रही थी जो मेरी फ्रेंड तो मैं सोचा कि लाइक how to raise your energy that you just remain happy, don't get negative thoughts when someone dies or someone you love is going through a hard time. हमें sad नहीं होना चाहिए. Sadness, being sad also opens you to negative energies because your frequency is low and they so that made me this is Jade Chino this is like my the library first put Jade Chino. Oops. Okay, you got it? Jade Chino, yeah? Dark. So being depressed and all this, you open yourself up to sadness. कभी इंसान sad. और ये वो. तो ये हालांकि लंदन में मेरी बहुत अच्छी दोस्त है और थी हिंदू. लेकिन then she said something like this, right? मैंने सोचा मैंने उससे तो कुछ नहीं I didn't say anything to her. Like मैं hypocrite नहीं हूँ लेकिन like out of फिर मैंने लेकिन अपने आप में like अभी मैं शेयर कर रही हूँ because वो जो मुसलमान फ्रेंड मेरे शिया के अगेंस्ट भी बोलती थी मैं अपने आप में रिफ्लेक्ट करती थी. I never used to share it with my aunts or someone at that time when she used to do this until year 2000 came. And then I'm sharing left, right and center. Compelled. So Okay, we can beg to differ, but we have our differences, but that doesn't make us enemies, right? But the misguidance could be, geez, just sorry, Jerry Merzinski. I agree with him on most cases, but not here. ऐसे ये इनको इधर नहीं करना चाहिए. You shouldn't have done this. And about the getting, well, I can't. Let me see if I can find her. Jade Chinu है. A long time ago, some time ago, going through, and my friend said, being sad, but she used to say that, but again, she told me that, Buddha was plagued with negative thoughts. और कभी ऐसा होता है ना, लो फ्रीक्वेंसी में, after the exam, you're on a high or tired, or then you have the, वो क्या कहते हैं, exam, after the exam होता है कुछ, words are not coming, depression. Even though you didn't like the exams, you don't like studying for the exam, but एक emptiness, एक missing, एक वो होता है aftermath, after effect. और ऐसे ऐसे like during the summer, school नहीं है, college नहीं है, we're depressed, low energy में, low frequency. So that time the devils can attack you and possess you. लेकिन मेरी फ्रेंड ने एक लंदन में बहुत अच्छी बात कही कि if you see an entity, let's say a dark entity, give them love, give them light. ये भी कहा था मुझे. So don't be afraid of them. She said sometimes dark energies are there. She has seen. तो वो क्या करती है कि she gives them love and light, wishing them love and light. I don't know in which of her videos, sorry, I've forgotten, and I can't guess even, it's very difficult. Okay, dark energies, how you attract dark energies. I'm sorry, Jay Chinu, sorry about this, but you're wonderful people, you're helping out, and so one video of yours that could misguide, could really misguide them, so please be careful, right? Just this. I went in a labyrinth, right, in a abyss yesterday, thinking, oh God, birth and torture. वैसे in year 2000 वो था कि एक friend आती थी, फिर उनके दो principal का मेरा बड़ा weak point, यानी बहुत soft weak point है, बहुत ज़्यादा. तो मैं ना अपना गम छुपाती थी इनसे, और जब मुझे मिले थे तो आई वांटेड टू गेट ऑल मेल फ्रेंड्स आउट गो अवे, बट मैं पोलाइटली मैंने किया था. कभी ठीक है, कभी कुछ प्रॉब्लम देखना तो ठीक है आ गए, सो शुक्र है उनकी फिर शादियाँ भी हो गई. आई वॉज वेरी वेरी हैप्पी. लेकिन कभी प्रॉब्लम में वो आ जाते थे और ऐसे ना, तो लेकिन अलॉट लाइक कीप अवे, और लाइक प्योर, आई लव प्योरिटी ऑल्सो. फिर लाइक प्रिंसिपल के साथ, लाइक आई डिडंट नीड एनीथिंग, नो मेल फ्रेंड, and I never needed, like, I felt that I didn't need, maybe I'm wrong in this, that, because we're not, to not say that, or maybe I'm out of error, I don't know, but I really didn't need attention from male friends, at least this. और फिर वो होता है कि I take responsibility if they fall in love with me and want to marry me. Then तो ये भी है, right? So since I was, my cousins came, and so his group of friends, then male friends became my friends, and one I became close to like this. Or my neighbor, he had dogs, and we used to. So I got you of, I was more with males, like in London also, Thomas, Ian, my neighbors, calling them to play. No friend, no female friend. I didn't have a female friend in London. Oh, in school I did. Yes, yes. Sorry, Lucy and Spanish. Oh, from Spain or Italy. Lucy, Philadelphia, and Philadelphia, and Lucy and the other one. Three of them we were. Lucy in school, but playing sports and all this at home, outside. So just for this, excuse me. And then my male cousins used to come, so outside with my male cousins in London, and inside with my female cousin also. So that's what I mean. But so I'm grateful to my male, the male friends I made because for sports and helping me. Yeah, I did need them for this, of course. Uh, but not in, maybe I should say it in a different way, right? So, but then in Karachi or something, then Harry met Sally, then, So, okay, I can stop listening to songs in college. तो फिर वो ना वो बहुत घुटन होती है मुझे like even as a Shia I couldn't do hijab the way in my earlier life I was a sports person and all this तो हमारे आलिम कहेंगे कि ये तो ख़राब मुस्लिम्स हैं सही तरह नहीं पकड़े हैं इस्लाम को they haven't abided by Islam properly and that's why they have all these problems these people anyways so my Davy my grandaunt's Davy or whatever I asked who are you yesterday and said I'm the voice of truth I am truth. So it's not even Davy. So whatever they took me to London and told me, okay, it's not that you wanted the principal against her will or she didn't want you. And remember, I got you in your hostel room. Ouch, मेरा अभी तक ये right side head दुख रहा है थोड़ा सा ऐसा heavy और बड़ा suffocation since Jerry Mersinski with the Muslims. पहले मैंने कहा मैं बात नहीं करूँगी yesterday I was like close to suicidal like मर जाते अच्छा होता if I died because what is this who is right what is this really so क्या discourage क्या I went through yesterday the psych I cannot tell you how deep a pain and I was like मेरे माँ बाप की तौबा है इधर तो राइट अब कान पकड़ लिए तौबा और हम लोग नाक से भी ऐसे फिंगर तौबा 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 बाबा दूर रहो ज़हरा तुमने ये क्या किया helping the Muslims might have fallen on hard times Hafiz distorted line from Hafiz's poem बाबा ये क्या है राइट मेरे माँ बाप की तौबा है मैं तो हेल्प करने आई थी अच्छा अपने आप को हेल्प नहीं तुम क्यों हेल्प करने आई थी जब अपने आप को हेल्प नहीं कर सकते हो पहले अपने आप को हेल्प करो और डैडी ने सही नहीं बोला कि यूट्यूब यूज़ नहीं करो और ये नहीं तो फिर मैं क्या करूँ गुनहगार और अब तो अनफॉरगिवेबल लाइक डेथ पेनल्टी और हाँ So, pura mera Jerry Mersinski, sorry, I felt very, very hurt. तो ये क्या मिस कर एक तरफ से आप इसको कह रहे हैं पर पूरा इस्लाम देखे ना लेकिन मेरे माँ बाप की तौबा है पता नहीं क्या क्या आ जाता है कैसे कैसे शैतान हैं राइट कि हमें तो बिल्कुल ऐसा लगता है कि आई एम बीइंग क्रश्ड और चुप करके बैठ जाओ कीप क्वाइट I'm being crushed, but keep quiet. Don't say a word here. Right? अभी ये इतना हालांकि he's famous now. Oh, this was sorry. ये मेरा इतना अच्छा क्लिक है कि मुझे ट्रबल में. Sorry, this one. withdrawing whispers from the jinn. मैंने कहा मेरे माँ बाप की तौबा है. I mean ये सुनो तो ऐसा लगता oh my god. Right, ये मुसलमानों को सुनो. I cannot describe that same year 2000. The negative feelings, the negative thought. अपने आप को मारो यानी बस मार डालो. इस तरफ से भी नहीं, इस तरफ से भी लॉस्ट. अब देखें जेरी मर्जिन्स्की ने क्या किया है. अभी आई एम स्टक ऑन दैट ऑल्सो. नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन. मुसलमानों को लिया है, राइट, कि क्रिश्चियंस तो बिलीव नहीं. मोस्ट व्हाट आर यू सेइंग एंड दिस एंड दैट अबाउट ब्लैक मैजिक एंड और ही डिडंट मेंशन ब्लैक बट evil when Jesus Christ did the exorcism, took so many evil spirits out and all this, right? तो ये तो मैंने सुना है. I've heard that from a Christian in Karachi. But completely like Islam ko, like he's used these Muslims for that. और उसको कि हाँ हाँ this happens और बल्कि ये भी आयत ले लो तुम लोग, राइट. हम लोगों को माफ़ करो बाबा, माफ़ करो. किस काले कुत्ते ने मुझे हाँ जिन आ गया कि मैंने ये किया है इस्लाम के अगेंस्ट. वैसे भी मुसलमान तो खड़े हुए हैं दुश्मन. अब तो दुश्मनी मेरे साथ, तो इनको दुश्मनी डेथ पेनल्टी देनी चाहिए मुझे. काट के मारे. कट 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 वो पिंजर में ना कट कटार कट ऐसा करे. और ये अभी जेरी मर्जेंसी को उस साइड से वो हुआ है तो मुसलमान इधर. तो आप मुसलमान बन जाए, राइट. अभी वो चीज़ें ली हैं. कैन यू बिलीव हाउ डेंजरस. कि नो बिलीव तो छोड़ दें आप. बिलीव हाँ. और ये ना ये स्किज़ोफ्रेनिक्स चर्च में नहीं जाते, ये नहीं करते, वो नहीं करते. अरे मैंने मैंने तो जीसस क्राइस्ट को भी बुलाया कि बाबा मुझे हेल्प करो कराची में. मैंने सेंट एंथनी का प्रेयर पूरा भी मुझे याद था. अभी कितना याद है. सेंट एंथनीज ब्लेसिंग्स, आवर फादर हु आर्ट इन हेवन. क्रिश्चियन हेल्प किया. एक मेरी फ्रेंड है जो आती थी, उसने पूरा ग्रुप लाया. ब्रॉट अ ग्रुप टू डू they had to sing carol. No, the Jesus Christ. And they brought the water from Lourdes or Our Lady of Fatima. They said, this lady said, she's a good friend of mine, Christian. वो आती है वैक्सिंग के लिए आती थी कभी. सो नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. हमने सब ट्राई किया बार बार. इवन माई फादर मेट डॉक्टर खली, a Shia alim Tabai say, and he told him to take her to a psychiatrist. In Dubai, and there was another in Dubai gave him alim grand ayatollah या something. दुआ दी तकिए के एक दुआ दूसरे बहुत कंसल्ट किया शिया आलिम spiritual people को. I was reciting the duas day in and day out during my sleep. I was reciting it when I was attacked, unbearable, excruciating pain. तो इस पे तो डॉक्टर जेरी मर्जेंस्की इज़ रॉन्ग completely. यानी 24 hours और मैं और भी ड्रेन हो रही थी दुआ पढ़ के, बिकॉज वो वॉइसेस भी रिपीट करते थे जो मैं दुआ पढ़ती हूँ. और मैं ऐसे दलदल, आई वॉज इन अ क्विक सैंड. सो जेरी मर्जेंस्की इज़ डेफिनेटली रॉन्ग. सॉरी, because I have schizophrenia, right? The psychiatrist says that. And since year 2000 it started, we have consulted not only that, कितनी दुआएं हमने पढ़ी हैं, कितनी दुआएं, नादिया अली, आयतुल कुर्सी, मैंने अरबिक में रट्टा कर दिया, memorized it. Now I've forgotten it. आयतुल चार कुल मुझे आते हैं, क्या नहीं आता है, एक और कुरान की आयत थी, और दिल्ली में भी एक फ्रेंड है मेरी, वैक्सिंग लेडी, उसका भी सेम नाम है, जो कराची में है, तो उसने कंसल्ट किया एक इंडियन मुसलमान से मेरे लिए, तो उनसे बात करवाई. आई कॉल्ड हिम एंड ही टोल्ड मी, बेटा ये पढ़ो, पता नहीं कौन सा आयत कुरान की, शायद उन्होंने, और हमारे शिया आलिमों ने भी आयतें दी हैं, कुरान की आयतें ऑल्सो, कुरान से आयतें हैं. मोसेस फेल्ट फ्राइटेंड एंड लाइक जो स्काई में है, जो अर्थ में है, इसके लिए भी आपको, मुझे एक दुआ दी. माय फादर्स मौलाना रिजवी एक हैं, और तो वो दुबई में आते हैं ना, वो उसके लिए, इमाम बारगाह के लिए, और ये, सो माय फादर मेट हिम आल्सो, एंड वो उसने तो बाकायदा कुरान से दुआ दी है ऑल्सो, ओनली कुरान. और मुझे मौलाना, हाँ, लाइक हमारे नादिया अली की वो एक सुन्नी ने मुझे कहा, मिसेस हसन ने कहा उधर जाओ, तो उसने कहा ये तो तुम्हें नादिया अली ने बचाया, वरना तुम्हारी क्या हालत होते. सुन्नी ने मुझे कहा, एक्सपर्ट इन दिस, माय डॉक्टर ईवा हसन recommended me this Sunni person who is Rouhani, who has spiritual knowledge. So never, this is a lie, that I have since year 2000 been saying these ayats, whatever, every, like, Nadia Ali, Ayatul Kursi, Charkul, four kuls, that Surah Ikhlas, Surah Nas, Surah Falak, Surah Kafirun, आयतुल कुर्सी. मौलाना तसद्दुक ने पंजाब से मुझे, जो मरियम, थैंक यू, रुमीना, सबिया's friend, moreover consulted PhD कुम से, or somewhere, नजफ या कुम का, और PhD certified. वो रुमीना ने मुझे कहा ईमेल लो, he is in America. I consulted him over the email and he told me what to do, like kebab banao, ऐसे kebab, पता नहीं उसको string, because they weren't coming together. I had to tell my cook कि इसको कबाब बनाओ, फिर इसको खाओ, फिर पता नहीं क्या क्या मुझे दिया था email. And be happy, और don't participate much in arbain, like safar या गम ज़्यादा नहीं करो. Try to keep yourself happy, put perfume on, good clothes on, and all this. Qom, like, Qom या Najaf PhD, like alim, उस level का. Thanks to Rumina, Sabia's friend, who came over to Karachi, and so, I told her about my condition. When I think we kept in touch for a little while, and then she told me to go to contact this PhD, our Shia. Rumina is also Shia, right? Sabia's friend, school, for a long time, her best friend. So, I said all the prayers, I kept even the taweez that Grand Ayatollah from Dubai, a Shia, sent me. I put it under my pillow. I kept it there for many years. In year 2000, abhi to 25 years ho gaye. So in one of the years, when year 2000 started, हाँ, कभी कभी ये होता है कि my aunt was saying, अगर मैं तुम्हें दुआ दूँ तो तुम, oh, my aunt told me, so we had now, हमने वो सिल्वर, वो कराची में मिलते हैं, चारकुल आयतुल कुर्सी के balls मिलते हैं सिल्वर में, right? And you put water in it and you drink it. You don't have to even recite the charkul, 4 kuls from the Quran, 4 surahs for this. So पानी पियो. So I put water in it. फिर एक आलिम ने कहा दम करो, ये चीज़ें इसको पियो. Like, you know, अल्लामा मौलाना तसद्दुक. तो ये सब तो मैंने किया है. कितना पानी, मैंने कहा कितना दुआ का पानी मेरे अंदर है. मैंने सोचा 4 5 6 साल 8 10 साल से कि ये फिर क्यों ये हो रहा है. वाई इज़ इट हैपनिंग. सो मच चारकोल वाटर, दम किया हुआ वाटर. एक को हमने कंसल्ट किया डिप्रेशन के लिए. आई फॉरगॉट बिकॉज दे वर महफिल मुर्तज़ा में आया था. ही वाज अ हाफिज ऑफ कुरान एंड ही वाज टेलिंग अस कैंसर का क्योर कुरान में है. there's a cure for cancer, for these diseases. So I asked him and my friend asked him for me. I left because I could. He was going on and he was a genius kid. बच्चा था, like इतना like a teenager, you know. Teenager, I think, maybe in his adolescence, young Shia, knew all this, a lot of information, knowledge on the Quran, especially. So he, for me, for depression, he said, "Ye dua ka pani dam karo, 40 days, and ke from Surah Hijr ki ayat 30 ayat 6, Surah Hijr ayat 6." Right? But yeah, sometimes, like my aunt would say, you would throw away the taweez. I didn't want to wear things. Now I'm wearing stones and God knows what, you know, on myself. I have them. So, कुछ चीज़ें I used to throw. Like my father told me, call this person, and he told me, I'll give you the. फिर उसने कहा कि you threw it away. अभी तुम कभी ठीक नहीं होगी. You will never get well. He got angry at me. अरे तो मेरा क्या कसूर है, right? Maybe the devil made me throw it away. Like my aunt never told me this, but she said, you know, if I give you something of that. But anyways, the water, silver, charcoal, Ayatul Kursi, Surah Fatiha, you know, वो पानी डालो. We get these silver balls in Karachi. और पानी पिया, कितना पानी पिया, कितना पानी पिया, कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा था. सेम चीज़, सेम लेवल, सेम फ्रीक्वेंसी, सेम अटैक्स. And they say, oh, you upon whom the message has been sent down, indeed you are mad. पता नहीं कितनी दफ़ा मुझे कहा, 1 दफ़ा 3 दफ़ा बिस्मिल्लाह, सलवात हमारी, अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मदिन व आले मुहम्मद, ऐसे. And then recite this, and then again salawat, or you know, then drink, then dam karo, water में blow karo. Blowing, okay? We're Shias, we don't spit in the water, please. Sunni Pakistanis, blow करो, दम करो, और उसको होली वाटर बनाओ, या रिसाइट करो उसके सामने, या blow करो, and drink it for 40 days. Her depression will go. My depression didn't go. I did it for 40 days. महफिल मुर्तज़ा में एक दफ़ा मुझे मेरी फ्रेंड मासूमा लेके गई थी. A Shia friend, not my teacher Masuma, my friend Masuma. You know, my aunt's friend, like she's older to me, much older, and all this, and so many things. और इंडिया से जो इधर मेरी फ्रेंड है दुबई में, उनको मैंने फिर इंडिया का किसी मुसलमान से मुझे दिया. एंड ही, आई थिंक ही टोल्ड मी कि ये ट्रूथ प्रिवेल्स, ट्रूथ प्रिवेल्स. हज़रत मूसा को सूरह हुद की आयत है, या सूरह हुद है, या ट्रूथ प्रिवेल्स. ये हज़रत मूसा, Musa. This I recited and used to recite, kept reciting. अभी कितना दुआ का पानी मेरे अंदर in my I was like, where, who, God? What's this? Nothing is happening. Truth prevails. सूर्य शुएब है तो ये let me see which one. Firon के against. I think I still have that. It's somewhere in the drawer, right? I wrote it down a long time ago. Oh God, Quran Surah. So I did all this, yet it wasn't going. List. Let me see if I remember like this. Sorry, I have to. I think Surah Yunus. Yeah, Surah Hud. I think Surah Yunus. Awesome. Truth. जालिमों के अगेंस्ट ट्रूथ विल प्रिवेल, अल्लाह ने कहा है. तो ये इंडिया से एक मुसलमान था, जिस एक इंडियन लेडी ने यहाँ. देन बहरीन हमने कॉल किया, माई कज़न हेल्प मी. और उन्होंने मुझे कहा कि आई इन दुबई, नाउ हैव कम आफ्टर माई मदर्स डेथ, वी कॉल्ड द शिया इन बहरीन, एंड द लेडी सेड रिसाइट सूरह ताहा द होल. I started to recite. कुछ मदद, कुछ हेल्प, कुछ थोड़ा भी नहीं वो जा रहा था, जिससे मिस नहीं हो रहा था. Like it wasn't budging. The devil, the evil on me, the negative thoughts. Truth will prevail. It's exemplified by the story of Prophet Moses. Surah 10 ayat 82 है. Let me see if I can get it. तो ये रिलीजन भी यूज़ करके बिकॉज इट फेवर्स देम हमारे अगेंस्ट, यानी मुझे तो चारों तरफ से जैसे नो हेल्प. Allah will establish the truth by His words even if the criminals dislike it. तो ये मुझे पढ़ना पड़ा इसमें. I had to learn it. मुझे वो अरबिक नहीं आती ना, वह यह को अल्लाह अल-हक्का बेकलमाती वल्लाह करीहा मुजरिमून करीहा मुजरिमून. Right. Yeah, I think now I don't remember the Arabic recital. इसको आप पढ़ें. मुझे वो इंडियन मुसलमान जो रूहानी मैन also has this, the experts who doctors and religious Muslim doctors. وَيَحِقُّ اللَّهُ الْحَقَّ بِكَلِمَاتِهِ وَاللَّهُ كَرِهَ مُجْرِمُونَ الْمُجْرِمُونَ. I mean, we don't say Al or we say Al, I'm not sure. Yeah, like that. So I learned this in Arabic also and used to recite it. I used to recite it, and अल्लामा तसद्दुक़ ने और एक अल्लामा रिजवी ने और एक आयतुल्लाह, ग्रैंड आयतुल्लाह इन दुबई, और डॉक्टर खलील, not Andani, this is, you'll find him here. When he came to Dubai, my father consulted him. Dr. Khalil Tabatabai said, she should go to a psychiatrist. My mother said, no, 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 no. And I told her that my mother said, no, no, I've taken medicine, never works. And I would not allow Dr. Khalil Tabatabai. He's in Canada, I think. Tabatabai. Told my father that I should go, it's him here. Dr. Sayyid Khalil Tabatabai. In Dubai, my father met him. He's a Shia 12er. Al-Mushtaba Islamic Network. Now I've seen him. I didn't even see him. तो ये इन्होंने तो मेरे फादर को कहा कि send your daughter to a psychiatrist. I thought maybe, that'll be nice that I get my record. I get my report from a psychiatrist in Karachi. And so if I have to, some case against me on social media, I say something, this would be good for my record. So he must be sensible, wise enough, because you see the people, even here for my financial help, they told me, no, report is necessary. You have to go to the doctor now. Now it was very difficult for me. If I had it from Karachi when Dr. Tabatabai told me, through my father, to go to a psychiatrist, but he didn't give any prayers or anything. Or maybe another grand Ayatollah, Tawiz, and my father told me that in Sajda, he's like in Sajda 15 minutes, every time he prays, namaz, salat, he goes in Sajda for 15 minutes, he stays there in prostration. So he gave me something to recite, I've forgotten, an ayat from the Quran, and also a tawiz he gave, paper written on paper, to be kept under my pillow on my bed. It didn't work out, and I was saying it. But it would just drain the living. I was in daldal, quicksand. It wasn't helping. The voices would repeat it and make me, very drain the living daylight's energy out of me. And already I had chronic fatigue since I was 19, 20 years old. Sayyid Yusuf Zaidi came and a Shia, he said, Fatima Zahra is my mother, Bibi Fatima Zahra, Prophet Muhammad's daughter. Okay, so yesterday how the helped me was that this God is very free, but even I don't think there's a God. I think there's devils everywhere, no God. All negativity. But from my side, my belief that this God said, didn't I tell you in London, you can I can make you leave Mrs. Munira Gulzar immediately, right? And only I know how I left. My aunt was saying, you blocked it, you did this later on. I was like, no, I could never block my feelings. This 5.5 years, 6 years I was separation, I was in extreme pain. If I had to block my feelings, if I knew the way to block my feelings, or if it was in my nature, I would have blocked it. Right there. When I got separated, why feel so much pain? Go through for 5.5 years, not 5.5 days or months, but years. I would have blocked it then. Why would it carry on for 5.5 years and going to her place and then that guilt also? So God gave me the miracle in end of 1989. I was in St. Joseph's College. I got over Miss Tissa. I could see a whole future without her. So I knew that God can do this, right? Grace, by the grace of God. Somehow I had to go through the pain. It was so deep, like you would never come out of it. It was worse than dying or death. It was like dying. So in London, about my principle, God told me through telepathy, I can make you forget the principle and you know it, right? Immediately. I said, yes. And then I thought about it. I'm walking in my hostel room from my, to a dressing table to another table, tea, where my kettle and deck and stereo. And I said, but I thought about it and I said, and I was having Shehbaz Qalandar's dreams, like going to Shehbaz. I thought it was Shehbaz Qalandar, saint. But yesterday they told me Khuda, it was God. So I said, but does she want to leave me? Does she want me to leave her and stop contacting her? And I wasn't even calling her anymore. Someone had told me you'll be separated for 2 years, she won't see you. So I wasn't even calling her, right? And maybe even my radio or, songs, Sunrise Radio London or FM London, God didn't tell me to stop listening to songs or anything, but like this communication came from God. And so I said, well, if she doesn't want me to leave her, even though it would have been great for me, I was missing her in London, for my own betterment. I said, but does she want to leave me? Does she want that no contact with me and stop missing each other and, so this, and then I went, I went out and, or something like this, right? Then God didn't say anything. He kept quiet, right? He said, okay, and so telepathy with her confirmed about this, that in London hostel, there's a time I was contemplating, I couldn't call her, I was not in touch with her. And I got up from my bed in my, that was in my hostel room. I got up from my bed saying, Mummy, you left me. And her voice came to me. No, I didn't leave you. Right? Which was confirmed. Now, this could be in 1997 or 1998 in London in my hostel room. And when then 1999, we went to her place in Karachi on 6th January, right? Then the next night was Imam Ali's Zarbat, it was Ramadan. So it was 18th Ramadan that night and 6th January 1999. We went to her place and I told her by sticking my, showing her my 3 fingers. Like, Mummy, I had 3, and my mother's there, my 2 aunts are there, and my youngest sister is there. This is in real Karachi. Real time, real reality. In our house, in the sitting room, guest sitting room. I had 3 parents, and one goes and leaves me. So I put one finger down, She said, I didn't leave you. So the telepathy in London. What else? Oh, I was very sick and there was meningitis scare, like the flyers came that were supposed to, and I was very shy. So at that time I didn't know that NHS for me also, as a student, a foreigner in London, is free. I could have gone and gotten a vaccine for meningitis. So in first year, London, so I had a very bad fever, high fever. I couldn't get up even. The Panadol was, Panadol was next to my bed in the drawer, but I couldn't get up to get water. So I called my mother twice, because my uncle had told me that they have said, the family in Dubai, my father's family side, that she will come back in 6 months. Can't remain in London alone. I was very homesick, but I had to do this, right? And they thought she will not, right? So, and I called out to my God, said, for my mother's sake, right? And you know how they are, like even Hassan Khan told me in London, that if you go back now, they will call your mother, or you know how. And I already knew that, right? So I had already called God. Before Hassan Khan even told me this in the smoking room in the hostel, that if you go back now, because you see, Hassan Khan had come with his new girlfriend, and we had gone out before and broke up. So it was terrible for me. In front of me, under my nose, they were. And he had come to the hostel with his girlfriend, who was living in the hostel now. Right, so I wanted to go home, and I told him, I was saying I'm contemplating going home. He said, if you go home now, they'll call your mother and say, ye wapas. They'll especially ask about you, not the other children of us, but you, knowing that you have come back without a degree, and your mother's going to. So I was like, yeah, I know. Yes. Okay, yeah. But I just remember in London, the same room, hostel room, but in my room, not in the smoking room, I called out to God and I said, my enemies and these people talking like this, for my mother's sake, right? Don't let me go back. But I have many times contemplated going back, also collapsing and calling my father that I can't back. I can't do anything. No, I mean, come and pack for me and take me back home to Karachi. I used to London, so going shopping, Southall, or even High Street, Kensington. Sometimes I felt I needed a taxi, but they said, like, you just want to go here in Lexham Gardens, High Street, Kensington. You want a taxi, shopping bags. But I was in my childhood and later on teenage years, I was used to carrying shopping bags heavy in London. Never get tired. But here I was wanting to collapse. Oh, shall I stop a taxi? But at every step of the way, I'm going back from High Street, Kensington to Lexham Gardens, my hostel. Shall I call it now, Zara? Now it's only like 3 minutes. Three minutes. Now, which taxi is going to stop and say, okay, I'll take you. 3 minutes. I can't. I have to call I have to stop a taxi, black taxi. So this is how I would walk with the shopping bags, or even sometimes without the shopping bags heavy, or get Marks and Spencer Scottish pancakes for my breakfast from High Street, Kensington. Okay, so like collapse and want to call my father and say, take me back. Come and get me. Chronic, fatigued, pale. So, okay. So when I had the meningitis scare and the fever, I couldn't get up for water. So I could have Panadol or something for my fever. I called out to my mother twice. When I went home for the vacations, my mother told me you called out to me twice. Amma, Amma. And I just mumbled, and I didn't want to tell her then because I was going back to London and I didn't want her to worry. But then when I came back after graduation, year 2000, I was very inquisitive and, inquiring. And so I went back to my mother and I said, From where did the voice come? Yes, I did call out to you, but at that time I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to get worried. I had high fever. So she told me that from here my voice came to her. Like which place? She pointed it out with her hand. She remembered. I called her twice, like not just calling out to her, Amma, Amma, not calling her on the phone, right? My voice went to her. So all this, so I'm sorry, and this, could be very damaging to us who think that religion is the most, is one of the most, although it may be evil, all this, even evil playing with me that, mommy doesn't want to leave you and mommy wants you, even Bibi Maryam playing with me. And all this, excuse me, is evil. On one hand, getting that I'm Miss Desa's son, brother, reincarnated Jesus Christ showed me circumstantial evidence in the graveyard that day. When I went for the All Souls to the graveyard, because my teacher my vice principal, high school Catholic, passed away, and I found Miss Desa's brothers' graves and mother and parents' graves. And Jesus Christ showed me. I asked Jesus Christ, going to the graveyard, Christian graveyard, Gora Kabristan in Karachi, that if I'm reincarnated or not, if I'm Damaso, if I'm Edward, or if there is no reincarnation, or if I'm not reincarnated, then I won't see either Miss Desai entering the gate of the graveyard, the Christian graveyard, or leaving the Christian graveyard's grave. And so I found out that I was Edward, because there was Libby with me and her brother Augustine. And as we were leaving the graveyard, Miss Desai and her sister Sinclair, Auntie Sinclair, they were walking out of, they were just in front of us, like, walking out of the graveyard, the gate. So I had told Jesus Christ that if I'm Edward, I'll see Miss Desai walking out of the Christian graveyard gate. And if there's no reincarnation, then I won't see Miss Desai either entering the gate that I would think you have given me the evidence I'm Damas or Desai late, or coming out of the graveyard gate, see her leaving the gate through, the graveyard. Or that I'm Edward Desai. So then I made out that I'm Edward Desai. Of course, I spoke to Jesus Christ inside when my driver was driving the car, taking me to the Christian graveyard that day, All Souls Day, November 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Can't remember. But one of those days. And this is very dangerous also, what Jerry Merzinski has done here with all these Muslims. I mean, we could consider ourselves sinners, and we didn't really want to, I didn't want to, become a Muslim. Or I've sinned, and so God has done this to me. And is not forgiving me for something I don't know, for some crime. Every crime in Islam is forgiven, right? Except for polytheism, being a polytheist. And I've even met a long time ago, 1989, no, 86, 87, 88, 88, 89. In Dubai, when I was in Dubai, I've met Sayyid Mohsen Al Hakim and kissed his hand. And my female cousin told me when he went to her house before coming to this house, that he kept he kept the his robe on his arm, and allowed me to kiss his hand, right? But he said all the females are my mother, her mother, and all. In her house, he made them kiss his hand here, arm, not his hand, arm, putting a abaya, that robe, black they were. And he prayed. My father called me upstairs where his brothers and all were male, and I wore this, whole with my abaya on, covered completely. My only my face was showing, and he allowed that. So out of respect for him and the Shia prince thing of hijab, and he called me. I went and he prayed on me also. And yet the headaches and the chronic fatigue didn't go, and the depression from its didn't go. And if he had thought that I have committed a sin, and I thought, our alims had that spiritual knowledge, they could see through. Believers know they're witnesses, they'll be called for witness. If I had done some sin unforgivable by God, he would not have prayed. And that prayer on me, or Sayyid Mahdi al-Hakim could be a marja to put, like a judge, a Sharia court, right, who gives, finds out that, okay, this is a criminal, she will get this much, this is her punishment. So I've met Sayyid Mahdi al-Hakim and even prayed. And then later on when he left Dubai, he was martyred, I heard. My father told me, in Africa. Sayyid Mahdi al-Hakim. And then after that, in year 2000, this whole thing started. And a lady clairvoyant in London told me that there's something on you. I found, thank God, because my condition, I was so restless at times, also weakness. And she told me this someone, all that, I've already said this. Anyways, right now, it's on this, actually my enemies, I've made enemies here, like even the Muslims, Shia Muslims and God knows what, and okay, and the people I've hurt and judged, and recently I was talking about, I apologize, I misunderstood, so there's a misunderstanding also. I really like her. I really agree to her Lone Wolf series, and so, she's criticized herself also. What's her name? Freya. Faya. Let me see. So I was talking about her. Faya. More. But I really like her. It's really Freya. Freya Mortensen. So I was talking about, I just a little bit critical on her criticism on those who, an earlier video, those who, this is her, say that they want to, they just, only them, they want to take care of their mother and all this. And I saw her live also, and then getting to know her. Amazing lady. So, like even my principal sometimes, I felt that she felt like, only I, even I, like I've been like, only I can do my work. properly. But they're experts and they can do it better. A nurse can take better care of me than I can of myself. But I wouldn't allow it. But that's not because I think I can take better care of myself. It's just that I can't have a nurse here, unfortunately. And things, other reasons why. So she's a one, I absolutely 100% subscribe to her. A lot of help from her. So I was saying, a little bit of maybe I also said things, I mean, in my madness, what if I misguide someone, right? And a little bit, and the person's gone into a labyrinth, right? And stayed there, oh God, and wanted to kill themselves, like take their lives. Sorry. I think that saying that word we cannot use here, I don't know. I haven't read it in the community guidelines. I haven't found that. So I don't know where people say here. Anyways, so it's on My Enemies, and my enemies are going to take from this and whatever this is, really, Jerry Marzinski. Look, we might say things that and misunderstand certain people, like I misunderstood on one video, right, of Freya Mortensen, right? Back to her. And so, but our mistakes or misunderstandings are correct, and I said I was wrong about her on one particular video of hers, but the rest, amazing work. Her live streams, amazing. It feels like home with her. I've just seen her late live stream, one, and I couldn't even complete it because when she spoke about her father and what he suffered and she spoke about what she suffered, but she's come over it. She has risen above it and come out of it, meaning she's over it. And that's really great, very happy for her, but there are people who don't, like her father. The aftermath of healing. So, I should not take this as seriously as I should, I don't know, Jerry Marzinski. But, this, come on, I'm sorry, I apologize. It was my wrong. I misunderstood her. She's absolutely wonderful. A plus, A plus 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 plus. I even shared a video on YouTube saying A plus. Oh, Facebook, sorry. A plus 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 plus, right? And so many pluses. And A stars. Like Bren Brown, she's one of the A pluses. Amazing lady, right? Amazing. Her videos are amazing also. Amazing help from her. And so I apologize for that, that she shouldn't have said it like that or this, but we can always correct ourselves, and thank God I have this, I don't have to feel so guilty, critical appreciation of one of her videos that I couldn't show even earlier on my live stream, and just said it like that. I apologize. But her lone wolf, oh, amazing work. But here, yesterday, sorry, Dr. Jerry, I call him Marzinski. Please don't, please, this, very bad. And anyways, very, very bad. But I wasn't I didn't come yesterday on this because I was like, forget it. I cannot tell you what evil labyrinth I fell into. Deep hell. And then me also being an ex-Muslim, but so I don't want Dr. Jerry Marzinski to feel bad about this. Or guilty. I forget. But I think it is the worst thing it's like psychiatrist and, you know, so although he criticized the Christian also in this, he himself is not a Muslim. And then how come an angel is, one patient of his told him, or someone talking to him, a schizophrenic, yeah? Schizophrenic patient, yeah? I think she was, and she told him, you are safe. And he said, why, how? She said, I can see an angel behind you, right? White and white angel. So you're protected. But I feel here he's done a, no, yes. Unethical, very unethical and very dangerous. I've got to watch this healing thing after, yes. I haven't watched this, The Lighthouse of the Phoenix Registered is registered. Release and heal the deep cut of betrayal. I just yesterday wanted to go, just, I went in self-destruction after this also. Jerry, but there was something else about my teacher. Oh, this looks like that actor, American actor he looks like, in Indecent Proposal movie. And which one was it? With the Muslims? So I was checking all these videos of it. Here it is. Withdrawing whispers from the jinn. He does mention the children. No, that's in another video, right? No, that's in the hat one. All of them wearing hats. This one, JM Para Awareness, Par Awareness. Sorry, episode 2, Jerry Merzinski, 5/18/251. So maybe in this, I can't remember now, so many videos I've checked. So that when children are assaulted sexually or something, the jinns can get to them. They're open to these attacks by the devil jinns. But the oppressors, they go on. And they enjoy maybe a bargain with evil they've made in this life. Right? So just checking who. They've made a bargain with evil and they are happy. The devils don't. So in London, the lady told me, some don't believe in this. Some say when you're evil you attract. Like the Quran ayat says in Surah, you attract evil and then your friend becomes an evil devil appointed by Allah. Right? Surah Zukhruf, if I can remember the ayat. Some say that, like the lady in London said, devil comes to good people, like good-hearted, right? Some say this. So, and in some cases, it could be that we wanted to be good people and the devil just knocked us down. And the devil also makes you do things, bad things, murder, all that. Surah Zukhruf ayat, what was it? Appoints a Kareen appoints, God appoints a Kareen. I don't know why I keep saying, you see, this is the devil. Whoever turns away from remembering and mentioning the most beneficent, we appoint. Allah appoints for him Satan. What ayat is it? 36? Okay, here it is. Yeah. Ayat is not given, but a number is not given. Ayat is given, but number is not given. Like ayat is explained by Wikipedia. So in some cases what is, and in other cases what is. And if someone is listening to your video, they could be crushed, commit suicide. I wouldn't have spoken about this. Like, I see no end, no support. Like, oh, you get it, what I'm trying to say. Islam is a whole new thing, like a whole different thing, you know. So in this way, you criticize some Christians and you say, oh, they don't believe in this, so show me, Muslims, show me what's in your Quran, Surah Nas ayat, Surah Falak ayat, and another ayat, black magic being done to separate husband and wife by Harut and Marut, and show me all this, and they're agreeing to each other and saying, Mr. Doctor or Jerry Marzinski, yes, this and that, but you know, what damage you've done in this, by doing this, what damage you do. Right? Yeah, and another thing is that Christians are the worst. So how could Jerry Merzinski have an angel protecting him that his patient has seen behind him, being a Christian, right? And saying, if you recite Psalm this and Psalm 91, or, you know, also that, no Psalm should work now after this Quran, after Islam has come. And even the Christians doing the best of works, humanitarian, Mother Teresa of Calcutta is not going to heaven. So imagine where she's ending up with her good deeds, her help for humanity. Many other Christians, even Jerry Merzinski, whatever he does, why don't these Muslims tell him that, oh, but you know, Mr. Jerry Merzinski, whatever you are doing here, become a Muslim and then come and talk to us, because you're going to hell, right? You have no angel protection according to Islam, right? You're going to hell according to Islam, right? What about this? First and foremost, Jerry Merzinski, according to Islam, is going to hell. No good deed of a Christian will be accepted unless they're in a... Okay, most Muslims do believe that if they're dhimmis, but how do you... I mean, I told Sayyid Yusuf Zaidi, I said, what about Mother Teresa of Calcutta? Some Shia Muslims believe that when Christians are wet with water, you they're najis, like polytheists, impure. Quran ayat against polytheists, impure. For Christians, if they're wet, then our marjas and all this decided They spoke because they have Filipino maids here, the Shias also. Then they said, okay, yes, you can keep Christian Filipino maids. And now they're not ninjas even when they're wet. You know, like giving a shower bath to your child, a Christian Filipino maid. Your child will not be ninjas. And some Muslims believe that even Mother Teresa of Calcutta will not end up in heaven. Although she's seen, as whatever deeds you do, they're null and void for the Christians, for the non-believers in Islam. Whether now they believe Jews, Christians, Magi's, Sabians, those ayats, and even this ayat to correct the Christians. But the Muslims, right? Dhimmis, about dhimmis, for fight with them until they become Surah Tawbah ayat 29, is it? Trying to correct the Muslims, jizya, but you've got that wrong. The Yalunakun, Surah 9, ayat 1, 2, 3. How many things you have got wrong? You, your religious interpretators have got wrong, commentators have got wrong about this ayat, right? Now, you believe fight those, and even you've changed the little bit written Arabic word of yalunakum, right? Close to you, no. Those you have spared, taking it from Surah Al Imran, ayat 118, yalunakum, but you've changed the Arabic written, whoever changed it here. So you take it as close to you, and one Muslim on the fringe says, this is who girdled you, meaning attacking you, right? This is those you have spared of the disbelievers. Let them find. I did this, a whole series, live stream on this, many. So why don't these Muslims, this is very, very irresponsible of Mr. Jerry and the Muslims here with him, Mr. Jerry Marzinski. Sorry, need a break. Okay, I had enough. Very unprofessional of Jerry Marzinski here. And what does Islam say? Explain. How many Muslims believe that as a humanitarian worker, non-Muslim, you will go to heaven or go to hell? Oh, yes, Jerry Merson. Oh, yes, There's nonsense going on, and I'm very angry now. I have to leave. So thank you for your time and attention. Goodness. Yeah, this is really, I had enough.
We'll be back. Until then, thank you so much.